Let me give you more on that story. Now, Cabinet has approved 335 million cedis annually for signage and road markings for 3 years as part of an action plan to deal with road accidents. It follows the setup of a 3-man committee by President Akufo-Addo comprising the Ministers of Interior, Transport and Roads. The committee is expected to oversee the implementation of this action plan, which involves education, enforcement and engineering. So I have the statement with me right here, and I'm going to go through that quickly. And when we hear from some people on the street what they think about this action plan by government to deal with accidents. It says that following the upsurge in road accidents, the President, Akufo-Addo, set up a 3-man committee comprising the Ministers of Interior, Transport and Roads to develop a plan to help curb the menace, as I indicated earlier. The President, after receiving and reviewing the committee's report, has granted executive approval for its immediate implementation. So it is it's a plan that actually is supposed to take off immediately, with immediate effect. Now, contained in the report are 3 key areas of action. These are, and I'm reading them. 1, education. Under education, they're talking about resourcing the National Road Safety Commission to scale up public education and sensitization on road safety with an additional 6.5 million cedis from the road fund. Now, note that 6.5 million cedis is being given to the Road Safety Commission to scale up public education and sensitization about road safety. Number 2, enforcement. In terms of enforcement, they're looking at enforcing road traffic laws by the police through spot fines by automation of MTTD operations. And it'll be very interesting to find out exactly the details of this. How are they going to achieve this? Remember, this is not new. This is something that was announced before, but we really have not been able to see that work out. I'm speaking about the spot fines. It has not been, we've not been able to operationalize that. Well, with this new action plan and under enforcement, they're looking to enforce those traffic laws by implementing the spot fines. And by doing so, they want to automate MTTD operations. B, they want to partner with private towing companies and Nationwide Traffic Management and Enforcement Limited, NTMEL, to vigorously enforce regulations. Number 3, engineering. They're looking to resource the Ghana Highway Authority's Department of Urban Roads and Department of Feeder Roads with at least 335 million a year to provide signage and road markings for roads over a 3-year period. And again, it will be interesting to know, and it will be of good value for the people of Ghana to know exactly how the implementation of this action plan is going to be. We're looking at a lot of money involved here. 335 million just for the engineering, and of course 6.5 million for education. Now, the statement ends by saying, at a meeting held today, and this was 16th of April, so yesterday, the committee tasked the Ghana Police Service, the Road Safety Commission and other road sector agencies to immediately commence the enforcement of the action plan as approved by the President. The public is hereby admonished to cooperate with the implementing agencies. It is signed by Curtis Perry Kwabla Okujeto, a Deputy Minister for Information there. So that's a government's plan. They intend to roll it out immediately. So some drivers that JoyNews has been speaking to have also been offering their own thoughts about how to deal with this problem. Here's what they said.
Many of the road accidents, some are negligence of our drivers. In some places, overspeeding, especially when you are reaching a curve or approaching an uphill.
Passengers cause road accidents, so we need to talk to the passengers.
I can say that it's the overspeeding. So sometimes we drivers, when we drive, we have to come down on the road, and we shouldn't do some overtaking, cross our friends rough. Sometimes it can cause the accident.
Oh, sometimes our races, the roads are no good, and sometimes our tires, like motor, that is the roads, but if like you take it like from here to Amasama, from barrier, we see from barrier to Dwente or Pokasi, all the roads no good. And sometimes our roads is the street lights, all are off.
It's the drivers, because they rush too much. When Easter is coming like this, they will say, I want to go and come, I want to go and come. So, and maybe somebody do want to go and come. That's why it's called road accidents.
So do you think there's some spiritual force behind these accidents that happen on our roads?
Well, I can't tell so much about that spiritual thing. I said we drivers supposed to have patience for the driving.
Sometimes the road signs are not there. There are no speed ramps. There are no signs indicating dual carriage or not.
Sometimes no, a big driver for us, and sometimes we big road because drivers know one thing about. We commercial drivers in say and sometimes when we pentem let me cause accidents.
At times
sometimes the road is very bad. You might want to dodge a pothole and it might cause an accident, but as a driver you need to be very careful because the lives of your passengers are in your hands.
It's never true that drivers cause road accidents. The motor riders do not ride in their lane. If you happen to be driving with speed, you decide to dodge the motor riders, you will all end up dead.
So those are some drivers there who have been sharing their thoughts on how we can deal with this problem. And as you heard them, they're talking about all the problems or all the bits and pieces of the problem that put together and creates the bigger problem of carnage on our roads. Well, we've been trying to speak to some transport consultants as well as members of the transport ministry. But we're told they're in a meeting. We're actually able to speak to some of them and find out the very details of this and how we can make it work. We're unable to bring you that right now, but we'll bring you that in our subsequent bulletins. Now,